Welcome to our second week in Granada.
You are.
Jobless Jason.
This is our own personal video diary of our travels in Spain. We're on our 6th or 7th week of our 9-week trip. We are not professional YouTubers, so I'm sorry if you found this by accident. Today is, the 21st, of February.
Yeah.
And we last left off
On the 14th of February.
Valentine's Day. Well, we
Friday.
filmed on the 15th.
Oh, never mind.
But we didn't talk about what we did.
So on the 15th,
Never mind.
we visited Carmen de los
Martires.
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 Something like that. And it was a nice garden space with walking trails and fountains.
What are you reading?
And it was good. Yeah, it was a nice park.
So it's next to the Alhambra forest, so it's still up on the hill. Carmen, in the old days of Spain, was just basically a landowner that had a big house and private garden space. So this is the private garden space
with a big house.
with a big house, but it's owned by the Spanish government
Yeah.
now. And it happened to be Saturday, and it was open all day. We tried to go a few days prior.
Yeah.
And during the week, it's open, 10 to 2 and 6 to 8.
Yeah.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
So Saturday was better.
Not convenient to our schedule.
Not our schedule.
Everybody else's schedule is convenient too. It makes sense.
But it was really nice. It was quiet, which is hard to find in Granada.
Yeah.
Lots of trees, fountains, like garden areas,
Frog, peacock,
a little pond.
ducks.
Yeah, and it wasn't very crowded for
Yeah,
Saturday.
nice views.
Did have one public-ish bathroom,
Not marked.
not marked, no
Just
toilet
had to
paper.
find people standing there.
No soap.
No soap. That's typical.
So that was nice. We spent quite a bit of time
Yeah,
there.
we really walked around there.
We probably would have stayed more.
And
We had
might
more
go
stay.
back still.
We might go today, actually.
Oh
We
yeah,
were there
we'll be
early.
up there. That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, it'll close at 2. So, and then that evening we went back out and went to Centro. Centro? Yeah. And it was very crowded Saturday night. And we ended up in Plaza de Rambla.
Which is where we showed the pictures of the eco
What's that thing called?
carousel.
Carousel. So a guy rides a bike to make this little carousel run. It's kind of funny. Even Jason found pictures from.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was eco.
It wasn't the same one,
Yeah.
but there was a carousel back.
Yeah.
Many.
Many years ago. Early 1900s.
Yeah. And then we just kind of wandered around with no direction. And because of that, I think we ended up leaving Centro a little earlier than we thought because it's just our different turns.
Just winding down streets. Just walking.
Which is fine.
Looking in stores.
Yeah.
Not buying.
Not going
Never.
in stores.
Not going in stores.
Looking
Just
in the
looking.
windows. So that was a fun day.
Yep.
Sunday was an interesting experience.
Okay.
Sunday we went to the Nevada shopping mall,
Yep.
which we rode the little light rail metro system,
Which
figured
was
out
easy.
the ticketing. Easy.
Except for we bought 2 tickets.
Bought
Didn't
2
need them.
tickets and should have bought a pass.
Wasted 30 cents. Should have bought a pass, yeah, because we paid more money. But figured it out.
Yeah. And we were going there because there is a place that has Thai food called Pad Thai Wok, and they have Penang curry, which is my most favorite food on earth. And it said it was open like 12 to 10 or something like that on a Sunday. And I was like, oh, okay, well, the shopping area must be open.
One would think if the restaurants are open in a mall, surely the entire mall is open, which would be unusual though.
Which would be unusual.
Very unusual
I
here.
guess I should have thought more about it.
Yeah.
But our main intention was to eat
Pad Thai Wok.
Pad Thai Wok.
And to have a train to get back.
Yes, which we did. And we get there, and where we entered was like the food area, and they had tons of like really nice sit-down restaurants. They had a Five Guys, Popeyes,
Carl's Jr.
Did it?
Yep. Which is Hardee's.
And then like an Italian restaurant and Spanish restaurants.
Burger King. No McDonald's.
And it was not really crowded, so we ate right away.
But I mean, there were a decent amount of people walking around that area.
Yeah. And we ate at the restaurant, and it had like an outdoor seating area, like in the corridor of the mall. So
Courtyard of the mall.
Yeah. So it was like outside of the restaurant part, so we could see all the traffic.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of foot traffic while we were eating.
Yeah.
The food, I was so happy. What did I say? It brightened my whole spirit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would have been better with tofu, but it was fine with chicken. You were...
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. Just not real hot. And I ordered the hottest thing they had.
But we did take the hot sauce.
But we took
in
hot
my
sauce,
bag.
period, and I put hot sauce all over, and that made it really good. It's just, it's the typical, this is the hottest thing we have, be careful. And there's like hardly any.
I got the medium, and I was actually impressed that it had spice. And I was very happy. It was just, I keep talking about this meal.
We'll probably go back
twice a day because I was so happy for it. We did have crab wontons,
Those
which
are really bad.
Are one of my favorite things in the U.S. But
yeah, that was
not
really different.
And we paid like $5 for 3
little grease.
They were not good.
Greasy little things that were
I would not.
Not even close.
No. So that was great, and we're like, okay, well, let's go walk around the mall. So the first place we walked was the little arcade area.
Yep.
So it had a pirate ship playground, a ball pit, trampolines.
Yeah.
Something you could ride in the car through the ceiling. We didn't see it running.
Yep. Well, it was something you hung from, I think.
Yeah. A little birthday party room. There was a party going on. So it was pretty busy, but not packed.
Yeah.
So we leave there, and then you head into the mall.
And it was a zombie apocalypse. It had emptied out. Nobody was there.
What is the zombie movie where they move into the mall? They go break into the store.
Day of the Dead.
So it's a really nice mall.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was giant. It's built like a cathedral, like everything else.
Glass ceiling, so it's really bright.
The sun, open ceilings and just open space.
Seating areas.
But that's how they kind of build everything. It's like cathedrals. And just very open and cold, but they have to be cold because it gets so hot.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
But no one. Nothing's open.
Except for the escalators run, the lights are on, and the music plays. And like in a security guard walking around, occasionally some people walking.
And there were like some old men sitting on the couches. There was a gym at the other end of the mall, and it was open. Busy. But the bathrooms on that end were closed. It was it's just shocking that they power the whole mall for the food court. Which, when we left,
it was packed.
It was packed. There were lines,
the courtyard,
like people waiting to get in. But the mall's in a pretty residential area, so I don't know if there were fewer restaurants.
Just such a strange concept. Open the restaurants, but not the. Very strange.
Very strange.
But different.
It was different.
Yeah, but it was good. Then we rode the train back. And then we
came back.
I don't remember what we did.
We just kind of hung out. I finished finally. We booked our final Airbnb in Albania.
Oh yeah, that was good.
For Tirana. That's been on my mind for
months. Since before we left.
Yeah, and that was good.
And
then Monday we went to the Royal Chapel. It has a Spanish name, but I don't know it.
But that was all about no photos.
No
You walk in the door, no photo signs, no video signs, everywhere. A security guard that his entire job was to tell every single person who walked in, no photo. Point to the sign, no photo.
It was €7 each to go in. So the main part of this chapel is King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, so the people that brought Catholicism back to Spain.
Back to, yeah.
Yeah. And of course Saint Christopher Columbus out. She died in like 1505 or something. And he died maybe 10 years after that. And this chapel was built by them to be buried in. So they have their, what do you call it, a sarcophagus? The carved.
Yeah, but they're underneath of it.
They're underneath in like a lead vault.
Yeah.
And then their daughter, Johanna,
yeah,
and her husband are also there. And it's in a church, a very small chapel.
Small. I mean,
ornate.
It's pretty, like a church.
Yeah.
Ornate. Lots of fancy, expensive stuff that
And
poor people suffered to make.
sarcophagus is in like a gated area, and then you went down the stairs, and underneath was like the crypt where the coffins
Yeah.
were. And then they had an attached museum.
Yeah, with lots of old paintings.
Lots of old paintings, which are kind of like 1400s, 1500s.
Worth a fortune.
The crown, Queen Isabella's crown and scepter, what's that called? The stick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the gown that their daughter was in when her body was sent back in the 1500s.
Yeah. And undercover security guards to police for photos.
And he was like...
There were two of them, and they walked around, they were dressed in plain clothes.
Had their phones, coats on.
And if you were looking at your phone, too, because you had to listen to your
audio
on your phone, so everybody has their phone out, which would be a challenge to see who's taking pictures, but they were very good at it. It would be a fun job. And of course, there were some people who liked to take pictures who started taking pictures and got yelled at.
Yeah, young kids. That was Monday. The grocery store was closed on Sunday, so of course we had to go on Monday. We couldn't get everything we needed at, where did we go first? First we went to Mercadona, I think.
Yeah.
And it was very crowded, and then we had to go to Carrefour because...
You can't get groceries all at one store. You have to go to multiple stores.
You could, but certain things like Mercadona only carries strawberries in like a giant flat. But if you go to Carrefour, you can get like a normal size amount. Or Mercadona carries more like hygiene products, so shampoo, soap, where Carrefour only has a few options. So it's kind of...
Yeah, peanut butter is different.
Peanut butter, frozen foods, certain ones have certain things. So we had to go to two. They were both super crowded. It was not fun.
What day was that?
Monday,
yeah, because the stores are closed on Sunday.
And we didn't think about it.
So everybody, I don't know, it seems like it's more crowded. Maybe that's not the truth, but it seems to be more crowded on Monday. And my assumption would be that no one gets to go to the store on Sunday, so they all go on Monday.
Because you need more bread.
Yeah.
And milk.
And that could be completely wrong. That's just how I interpret the crowds on Monday.
And then we went back and walked through Centro. Well, I guess we went to the store in the morning, but then we went to the chapel and walked through Centro. I recorded it in a different order. And by then it was like 2 o'clock, so all the stores were closing again for siesta. So we actually like that because the crowds are gone in Centro by that time. So you weren't dodging people the whole way. Mm-hmm. We don't really go in the stores anyway, so it works out fine. And then in the evening, we were gonna go watch the sunset.
And of course it was cloudy. Well, not cloudy.
We didn't pay attention to that till like halfway. So to see the sunset, we're gonna walk up
this hill.
A hill.
Big hill.
Big hill. And we went to the
courtyard.
We went to that first overlook, and it's a very nice park, but it has got a lot of sketchy.
Well, they're probably not sketchy. It's just people.
We saw someone rolling a joint.
Well, that's what everybody's smoking marijuana,
we
drinking.
Saw people
well,
that were
they're drinking. They're just smoking
probably
pot and
homeless with a bunch of dogs.
Yeah. A lot of dreadlocks. a lot of
hippie clothing.
hippie clothing.
It is more of a hippie area here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the Moroccan influence, like the clothes they sell here or something.
The Alhambra, that's just what it's about.
Yeah.
Free living.
So then we went to the other overlook, like 5 minutes away, and it's where like everyone takes a taxi and gets dropped off to watch the sunset. And it was packed.
Even though there was no sunset to see.
No,
but
it had
was
the view of the
still
Alhambra,
just
but
packed.
the sunset would be to your right while you're looking at the Alhambra, and you can't see because of building. So
I'm not sure why everybody was there, but
we got our steps in.
yeah, and it's interesting to watch people. So
Yeah, it was fun. And then Tuesday, we found that there was a science museum. Also, unknown to us till we got here, our apartment owner wants to send someone in to clean every week, which she did clean, and we got new sheets and towels, which is nice because otherwise we'd have to wash them and hang them out to dry in our apartment.
and she was supposed to come last week, the first week we were here, but
Friday.
like 2 or 3 days into us being here,
But she had a family.
she had a family emergency or something. But so then it got put off till Tuesday.
And I really think because we're here so long, they want to keep an eye on the apartment, which is fine.
Understandable.
But it wasn't communicated to us before we got here. So I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't mind someone cleaning for me, although I had to clean before she came, so it didn't really matter.
But she did a really good job. She did get all the plaster out the floor.
Yeah, the floor had been marked from the ceiling incident.
Yeah. It was very clean.
It was very clean. We got a
New towels, new sheets.
And new fruit strainer.
Which was better than the rest. We didn't get any of that.
No.
So it would have
We
been
had to
up
do it
to us.
ourselves,
Yeah.
So we went to the science museum.
Oh, we didn't say they left us a fruit basket.
Oh, they did leave us a fruit basket. That was really nice.
Yeah.
I think that was a
Avocado, fruit.
pomegranate, grapes, strawberries, cherries, oranges.
And we think that might have been because
We were late getting in,
we were late getting
and the
in.
floor was dirty.
I guess. Maybe they do it for everybody. Who knows?
We went back on the light metro. We figured out the ticket that you pay $5 for, and it takes the cost of the trip from $1.35 per person per way to 41 or 42 cents per person per way.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really a good bargain.
Mm-hmm.
And
So where'd we go?
the science museum.
Oh yeah. And that was nice.
That was nice.
Yeah.
We were there, what, 4 or 5 hours, something like that?
Again, another structure that is humongous with not a whole lot in it. Just, to me, it looked like a Frank Lloyd Wright issue. And I just, very cold in the winter, but again, it would be very hot in the summer. So I guess that's the point of it. Just, I don't know how you describe that. Like tile everything, not tile, but like
marbly type floor.
yeah, concrete.
Yeah.
Lots of concrete, so
not a
it
lot
keeps
of
the coolness.
seating.
Yeah, no seating.
Very loud acoustics.
Very loud acoustics. Unmarked marked bathrooms with very little small
was like
signs to be
big.
sure that they're hard to find.
And lots of school groups.
Lots of school
from
groups.
like 5 and 6 elementary, like little kids,
To high school.
That was, it really didn't.
Yeah, it was fine.
You could avoid them mostly. And there was also a part called a biodome so you paid for the museum and you paid for the biodome. We didn't pay for the planetarium part. They had an outdoor space, so when we got there, they were doing a birds of prey demonstration, which we saw
a little bit of. Saw enough of.
A little bit of. And then we went to the biodome, which wasn't that big, but they have like a Costa Rican area.
Mm-hmm.
What other? I forget.
Aquariums.
Aquarium.
Yeah, just kind of amazing how close it was all open, so the
Yeah.
animals were right.
We were in the enclosure with the monkeys, basically. So
Yeah.
they could, in theory, jump on you.
And they said that usually doesn't happen,
Yeah.
but just in case.
Like the lemurs.
Be
so
careful.
the lemur was licking the shoe of the person in there watching people with the lemurs. Other little monkeys. And so we were within 3 feet
I mean, you can be as close as
2
you want.
feet, yeah. Which was actually kind of crazy, but really cool. And we stayed there for quite a while because I do love a monkey.
And birds, tropical birds, and yeah, that was pretty neat.
And then they had a butterfly room, but they
Yeah,
could have some more butterflies.
yeah. Somebody let the butterflies out. Maybe, I don't know, the kids in and out, maybe they get let out and squished. I don't know. I mean, but there were a lot, so.
Yeah.
Not as many as other places we've been.
And then they have like a space section.
Yeah.
Some sections we didn't go through. 50% of us was getting hungry.
Yeah.
A little
agitated
with the noise level. I won't say which 50%. Yeah. And so the last thing we saw was the taxidermy.
Which was really neat that you don't see taxidermy like that.
We've been to in Canada. There was like a little taxidermy museum, which was interesting. But this was artistic.
Posing them in different positions, which was cool.
There might be 20. What it is, wildebeest or something. Yeah, but they're only attached by the first animal to the bottom structure.
One little leg is holding up this entire giant
and then they're
thing.
attached to each other. So visually it was interesting.
Yeah.
They did list where all the animals came from, so it was like the tigers and stuff came from zoos or circus, hopefully at the end of their natural life. Or
killed in a legal
hunting.
So. Which that was only like deer and things like that. That wasn't the tigers or the lions. Yeah, those were all zoos and circus. And you got to see how they made
the taxidermy. Yeah,
that was
the little
pretty
studio.
interesting.
And then we were like, oh, we'll just ride the
train back, which was the plan.
So we go, and this station happened to be underground.
Which was the nicest train station I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was very
nice. Clean, but they had people watching it.
Yeah,
they must be one that try to keep it clean.
No, very nice. And it wasn't crowded at the platform waiting for the light metro. But when the train came,
there was people sticking,
subway, I don't know what you call it,
jammed into the doors, hanging out. No, they weren't hanging out. It wasn't quite India.
The videos from India,
it was like that. People just pushed against the glass of the doors, and it just looked terrible.
And I knew I would not do well in that.
No, I wouldn't want to be in that close, just even with flu and things like that. I wouldn't want to. And then you would never, if you managed to get in, you would never be able to get off at your stop.
When you're stopped.
You'd have to really be yelling at people to get out of the way and pushing. And, I can't imagine. So anyways, we walked, which was fine because it was only 35 minutes. 35 minutes or something like that.
So it was fine. We did lose 82 cents, but that's okay. We came back. The apartment was clean, fresh.
On a fruit basket.
And then we went for an evening walk. I looked up like thrift stores, and right down the street was one called Humana. Kind of like a Goodwill, but very small. But it was packed.
And we bought
nothing.
We
if
bought
I
our
were
usual.
In the market for like dresses or work clothes, it would have been great. I'm really looking for maybe some short sleeve shirts. I brought 4 long sleeve shirts and 1 short sleeve shirt, and I'm so sick of everything I own.
But there's no room to carry it, so.
Yeah. Throw it away. Wednesday the 19th, we didn't really do anything. We went to the park.
Just did nothing.
Lorca, Garcia, whatever that guy's name was. It was really nice out. We just sat in the park, watched some dogs.
Watch people.
And we just had a lazy day, and on the way back we walked through Centro.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting. I think I did started doing some trip planning stuff. And then Thursday we got up early.
I don't remember why. Oh, to go walk down. Yeah, I wanted to see some of the old places that I posted. And plus, those are the tourist areas, so it would be less crowded, which was nice. You could actually see things versus trying to fight to just walk a few feet.
The one street that's supposed to be our apartment owner told us is the most beautiful street in the entire world. But
I mean, it's nice.
pretty.
But maybe it looks better in the summer too.
Yeah,
with the trees in bloom and all that stuff.
But of course, it's a stone street with a stone barrier because there's a river creek bed, and buses and cars, the little buses, all can drive through there. And in parts, there's not a sidewalk, so you're like smushed up against the wall. So that was much better.
So much better when it was empty
In the
because there weren't a lot of buses yet either. They were starting, but then we walked all the way up to the Generalife.
We did walk up to the Generalife.
Spelled General Life.
General Life at the Alhambra.
Which is neat because we saw where we're supposed to go in at.
Yeah.
And it was quite an uphill walk
It was.
that 50% of us wasn't sure about.
But 100% of us did it.
Yes. But it was fine.
It was fine. Remember, I didn't eat or drink anything that morning in anticipation of the walking.
Yes.
But no, it was nice. It was cold. Pretty chilly my ears were freezing.
Yeah, by the time you walked up the hill, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was fine. But we did see where we need to enter when we go to the Alhambra next
And that was a
week.
cool little area there on the side of the Alhambra. Tropical looking water from the Alhambra.
Alhambra water. And then we came back. And
It's not Alhambra, it's Alhambra or something like that.
I'm
No
gonna call
H.
it Alhambra.
No H.
And then we came back and we want to go to Malaga, which is
Southwest of here.
like an hour and a half by train or bus. So I looked at that. I booked a hotel. I need to book our train. Remind me to do that. And then we walked a different way in our neighborhood that we hadn't been. I found a hypermarket.
Burger King, a Popeyes, and
Al Campo. Which before we left, I was like, I'm not going to bring my grocery bag. And you're like, no, I'm going to bring my backpack. You're not going to.
Not going to.
And then we get to Al Campo, which is hypermarket means like
Walmart.
Super Walmart on steroids.
Well, no, it was like a super Walmart.
Yeah, but it has appliances.
Oh yeah.
And
It has extra stuff. Yeah.
gardening.
Yeah.
We didn't take our grocery bags, and then we found things we wanted to buy.
Not really.
Junk food.
Yeah. Security guard followed us around
He
for a
did
while.
follow us for a while.
We looked suspicious.
Because we just like to look at, and then we had to translate things.
And I was taking pictures, yeah. Which they probably just are bored themselves, so they're like, what's going on here?
And then we walked back. We were going to go towards this church, but we couldn't get to it. But now we'll go back a different day, because now we know the way.
It's I don't remember what it is, where the monks live.
Monastery?
Yeah, monastery.
And that was it.
Yeah, it was thrilling.
It was a thrilling week.
Yep.
Today we're going to tour a place for free. I don't really know quite what it is. It's a house of some sort.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
But it's free, so
It's
why
free.
not? It's up by the Alhambra. We get to go up the hill again.
And tomorrow is
Soccer.
Granada CF
And guess what else it is?
versus Real Zagarau. Real.
Zaragoza?
Yeah.
Zaragoza.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's going to be the first day it's rained in like weeks.
Yeah.
And it might be, what's it called? Blood rain?
Yeah, something like that.
Because it might have dust
Red
from
rain or
the
something.
Sahara. So,
50% of us may not be happy with that.
I don't know where we heard this, but
It was on a video.
it's quite funny.
Yeah, it was the people that travel. And the guy said, 50% of us is not having a good time.
Which is a nice way to refer to it
Yeah.
instead of you.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm a little reluctant about the rain.
Yeah, but it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Just may have wet shoes for a little bit.
Yeah.
We have raincoats.
And hopefully we'll leave early enough that we can ride the metro there, and we're far enough out that we can ride the metro there, but it'll be packed. So I know we're walking
we'll
back.
probably be walking back, which is an hour walk.
Is it?
Well, that's what it says,
Oh.
but we'll make it a little quicker.
And
You might stop at Thai food.
yeah,
we'll
there's
see.
a Thai food a half mile away, so we might get takeout on the way. And the game's at 12:30. I thought it was a night game,
Yeah, 12
so that
hours
makes
a day.
everything better.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
So another exciting week. We've got a little under 3 to go,
Yep.
which is shocking, but
Yep.
all right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.